Good morning, boys and girls. It's Sunday again, and it's another opportunity for us to do church from the comfort of our own homes. I want you to think just for a wee minute about your best friend. What is it that makes that person such a good friend? What is it that you really love about that person? When I think about my best friend, I think about how I love to be in their company, how I love to hang out with them, how I love their sense of humour, their sense of fun, how I can trust them, how I can talk to them about anything, and how I can turn to them for help when I really need it. One of my favourite films is Toy Story. And there's a wee clip in Toy Story that I love because it perfectly illustrates friendship. It's when Woody's been taken to Al's toy barn and the rest of the toys are absolutely distraught, and so they gather together for a bit of a team meeting around the Etch-a-Sketch, and they began to plan out this rescue mission of how they're going to go out and save their friend Woody and bring him back to where he belongs. Friendship is a beautiful thing. It's a gift to us from God. Over the last 2 weeks, we've been thinking about the life of David. We thought about David, the shepherd boy that God had chosen and anointed to be the next king of Israel, and how that he was an unlikely candidate for that role. But as God looked at him, God seen him fit to be a king. Then we thought about how David went out and faced the champion Goliath, how he was unlikely to go to battle and win, but God was on his side, and so he was victorious. And from that story we learned about how David trusted and relied fully on his God. This week we're going to continue to think about David, but we're going to think about a close friendship that David had in his life with a man named Jonathan. Jonathan was King Saul's son. Jonathan should have been next in line to the throne when his father passed away. But instead, God had chosen and anointed David to be the next king. King Saul was jealous of David. In fact, he wanted to kill him. Jonathan could have been jealous as well. In fact, perhaps Jonathan should have been jealous. He had every excuse. But that wasn't the case at all. Because Jonathan didn't see David as a rival or as an enemy. Instead, he treasured him as a friend. In 1 Samuel 18, we're told that Jonathan became one in spirit with David. He loved him as he loved himself. And because of this love that he had for his friend David, he made a covenant or a promise with David that he would always be by his side. He never wanted what David had. He simply supported David and loved him as a friend. The Bible tells us that David had success in everything that he did because God was with him. God was on his side. David trusted in God completely, and God was with him whatever he turned his hand to. David's faith in God made all the difference in his life. When King Saul threatened to kill David to try and get rid of him, Jonathan, as his friend, took a risk. He protected his friend, even at the expense of disobeying the king. David was chosen by God to take Jonathan's place as the next king, yet still Jonathan loved David as he loved himself. That's friendship. Friendship is when we can put our friends' needs and desires on a level with our own. Jonathan desired to be a friend more than he desired to be a king. For him, it wasn't about getting the crown or getting a big role or a big responsibility. He simply wanted to be a good friend to David. He simply wanted to love David and treat him well. Only a true friend could say what Jonathan said in 1 Samuel 23. You will be king over Israel, and I will be second to you. Jonathan was willing to serve his friend. He was willing to submit to him and willing to support his friend. What a beautiful image of friendship we get from the story of David and of Jonathan. But this story points us towards the ultimate example of friendship. A friend who didn't only take a risk, but actually went all the way to laying down his life. That friend was Jesus. And in John chapter 15 verse 13 we read this: Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You see, when Jesus went to the cross and laid down his life on the cross, he did it for you and I. And as he did that, he called us his friends. How amazing is that? That Jesus loved us so much that he would die for us. And in dying for us, he would say, I'm doing it for my friends. I'm doing it because I love them. I'm doing it because I want to forgive them and save them from their sins. So this week, I hope you remember the story of David and Jonathan. Remember their beautiful friendship. Remember that that Jonathan wasn't jealous of David. He didn't want what David had. He simply wanted to love his friend, to treasure him, and to support him. But more than that, remember Jesus. Remember how Jesus calls you his friend. Remember his great love for you and how he went all the way to the cross to lay down his life for you and to show you that love and to forgive you of all the wrong things you ever thought or said or done. But I wonder this morning, while Jesus calls you his friend, can you call him your friend? Have you ever come to Jesus and said thank you for all the things that he's done for you? Have you ever said thank you for loving me? Have you ever said thank you for the cross? And I wonder if you ever said sorry for all the things that you've done against him. It would be amazing this morning if you decided to do that. It would be amazing this morning if you decided to accept the greatest example of a friend into your life. So I hope you remember that as you go through your week. And I hope that as you come in contact with other people, that you can be a good friend to them as well. So take care and have a great week, and I can't wait to chat to you all again soon.